Welcome people to IT Buddies channel. In this tutorial, I'll show you how to use MySQL database with the Node.js. For this, basic knowledge of SQL queries and Node.js is required. But if you get any error while programming, then check my description. I provide you my GitHub repository link so you can simply copy the code inside your computer. Now without wasting any time, let's jump inside the favorite code editor. First of all, I am creating new folder for our Node application. So write here mkdir node MySQL. The name is totally up to you. Now go inside that created folder. To get our package.json file inside this folder, we simply write npm init. Then it will ask us bunch of questions. To go with by default, press enter. Inside description, I am writing simple app for beginners who want to get their hands dirty with Node.js and MySQL Database. Entry point app.js. In this author panel, you can write your own name. Press enter. And here you can see guys, our package.json file is created successfully. After that, let's install some of our important dependencies. First one is Express. So this is the framework of Node.js. Second one is MySQL for our database. And last one is NodeMon. So it will refresh the server automatically whenever we save our file. Then press enter. And remember our entry point is app.js. So let's create it here. To import our dependencies, we write const express require express. Second one is MySQL require MySQL. Then create the instance of our express so we can use it for our further purpose. After that, write app.listen, and inside this we can pass our port. So by default I am writing 3000 port, and whenever the port will open, it will call this callback function. For our checking purpose, I write console.log server is successfully running on port 3000. To start the server, simply write nodemon app.js and press enter. So here you can see our server is running on port 3000. The basic Node.js stuff is done. Now to create our MySQL connection, write the following code. Create a new variable, and this is the syntax of creating a new connection, mysql.createConnection, and inside that we will pass host. So that is localhost because our app is running on this port now. By default our user is root. Password, if you declare any kind of password inside your MySQL, then right here by default our password is null. To connect database, tb.connect is used, and if there is an error, while connecting with database, then throw error. And if there is not an error, then write connection done. Here is a typo. After this, we write our first query for create database. So app.get, whenever our user will route on create DB, Here we pass our request and response. And for creating database, our SQL query is create database node MySQL. So this is our database name, node MySQL. So this is the basic MySQL, or you can say SQL syntax. Then we pass inside this db.query and also check if there is an error or not. So if error, then throw error. Otherwise, print our result. And we also send a response to our server, that is database created. Then open your favorite browser and write localhost 3000 because this is our by default port. And here you'll get nothing, but our route is create db for creating a new database. So let's pass it. You can see here database created because we got the response from here. Now I am using XAMPP to access my MySQL. You can use any tool. First start Apache and MySQL. Click on admin. It will automatically route on localhost phpMyAdmin. Here you see our database node MySQL is created automatically. Then after, don't forget to write a database name here inside this connection, that is node MySQL. After creating database, let's write query for our creating new table. So route is create post table. Inside callback there is request and response. SQL query for creating a new table is like this: create table post. So our table name is post. It contain id that will integer and auto increment. I hope you guys have basic knowledge of SQL. Then second attribute is title, varchar, then body, here I pass primary key of id, same as here. We pass this inside db.query and check if there is an error or not. So this is the same code, so I copy and paste here to save the time, and instead of database created, write post table created. Go on this route, create post table. You see post table created. Go inside your database, that is Node MySQL. Here you see our post table, and whenever you click on that, click on structure, you will get ID, title and body. ID is primary key, so it is show like this, and it is auto increment because we apply the code inside the SQL query in Node.js, and it is now applying successfully. Then the time is come to create another route, that is for inserting post. So insert post 1. This is for our one post. App.get route is add post 1. Callback is same as always. Here I am applying title and body. These are the attributes that I want to insert. So you can write here anything. Post 1. Body is, this is body 1. Here we pass our SQL query, that is insert into table. Table name is post set, and apply question mark. So the question mark is for our these two attributes. To tell Node.js about this query, write db.query, pass the SQL and post, because after this question mark this will added. So write SQL post, then check if there is an error or not. Copy this and paste here to save your time. Instead of post table created, post 1 add. There is an error because we have to use this. Now save the file, pass the route, add post 1. Post 1 is added. Go inside the browse, and inside the post table you can see our post 1 title and body 1 is added through our Node.js. Same like this, you can insert any number of items. So I copy this and write insert post 2. Route is also add post 2. Response post 2 added. Now we are inserting post 2. Refresh the page and you will get the second column, that is post 2 and body 2. Now we are writing code to get all the data from this table. So I am super lazy and I am copy again. Instead of insert post 2, select post. Route is get post. Here it is not required. So directly we pass the query, that is select star from table name, that is post. Remove this from here, and only one change, that is inside the response, that is post fetched. Save the file and go inside this route, get post. You see post fetch. You get result here because error is not called. And if you want to get actual structure, remove this again. call get post. Here you see all the rows of our table are showing successfully ID, title and body. So this is how get post route works. Then after, to get any single row, one or two, write code like this, paste here, and instead of insert post 2, select single post. Route is get post, but here we also pass the ID 1 or 2. This is not necessary. And our query is select star from table name post where ID is request.params.id, because our Node.js will get the ID from here that will pass 1 or 2. So here we write request.params.id because we pass from parameter and we use dollar here. So make sure here is backtick, that is left hand side of one button. Instead of post 2, write single post fetch, save the file. Here our route is get post, pass 1 or 2 and you'll get only that data. To see proper, make sure you pass result. Again call the route and you will get the data of row 1 because you are passing get post 1. If you will pass get post 2, then you get the data of row 2. Then write code for update post. Route is update post according to our user passes ID 1 or 2. If user want to update row 1, then he'll pass 1. To change the title, write let new title, updated title, queries update table, set attribute, that is title here, to new title. So it will change the title, that is title 1, from new title, that is updated title. Complete the query, that is where ID is according to user passes parameters request.params.id. Make sure here you use backticks. Remove the post. Post updated. To get the accurate result, I am writing result like this. So I want to change row 2. Pass here update post 2. So you can see post updated. And here we get the result. If you want to show Make sure you refresh and the title is changed from post 2 to updated table. At last, we write the code to delete the table attribute. Delete post. Route is delete post according to user passes ID. Remove this, and the query for deleting table attribute is delete from table name. Where ID is request.params.id. Remove this and apply this. Remove post. Write here post deleted. Now save the file. Suppose I want to delete post row 1. Check the database. You will see the post 1 row is deleted. Yes. So this is it, guys. We pass all the queries and get the appropriate results. I hope you get the idea of how we can change the database MySQL manually from our Node.js. And if you get any error while programming, then check my description. I added my GitHub repository link, so you can simply copy the code and paste inside your computer like this. If you want to get more videos on full stack development, then let me know inside the comment section. Thank you and bye bye. See you at the next video.